Welcome back. I'm Dr. Sridhar. Many of you might have seen the recent systematic review published in the Lancet Adolescent Medicine, Global Adolescent Medicine Journal. It's on Kangaroo Mothercare, and I've shared a screenshot of the main points of the article here. It shows an overwhelming number of studies repeated in multiple places which have clearly shown a reduction in all-cause mortality as well as a significant drop in sepsis overall as well as invasive infection. So all of us know the benefits of Kangaroo Mothercare, and it has been applied right from 1978 when it was described in Bogotá, Colombia, and it has been successfully replicated. The Kangaroo Mothercare program and the network have been developed in developing countries like Africa as well as India and other countries where resources are limited. Involving the mother as a care provider or the family member as a care provider with the concept of Kangaroo Mothercare is a huge benefit in terms of cost saving as well. So why exactly do we see such a huge difference in infection and mortality rates with Kangaroo Mothercare? So obviously Kangaroo Mothercare is where the mother is involved in the care of the baby. There is almost continuous skin-to-skin contact. In the developed countries, we look at skin-to-skin care more as a bonding session with the parents when they're visiting. They may be coming like 1 or 2 times a day, like 1 hour, 2 hours at a time, or more often depending on how free the mother is and how dedicated she is. But in the developing countries, the Kangaroo Mothercare concept is based on the mother herself working as an incubator. So for a baby above 1.5 kilos or so, even if they are premature, they start right from the beginning with Kangaroo Mothercare. The mother is nestling the baby wrapped around and in between her breasts. She breastfeeds the baby, she sits with the baby. There are protocols for how to relieve her, for her washroom breaks or for rest as well. She sleeps in the 45-degree incline supported. There is monitoring with that posture. There is a regular checking by the nurses as well to support her. So this is how Kangaroo Mothercare as a care providing concept works. And for this, the mother has to be free. She has to buy in to the concept, and obviously we need to monitor that. So we are all working in busy intensive care units, and we know that the nurses are very dedicated, but at the same time, a nurse looking after the baby is not the equivalent of the mother looking after the baby continuously, because each nurse has a slightly different approach to the care of the baby, the general condition, the stress level of the baby, the noise levels around, and also the number of times a baby is handled may be much lower if the mother is handling the baby. And being with the mother, having the same heartbeat against the baby's ears, and the gentle cuddle that the baby always feels is going to be nourishing. Almost a womb-like situation is replicated because it's the same heartbeat rate that the baby is hearing in the womb. In addition, the risk of hospital-acquired infections is going to significantly drop even if the mother takes care of the baby, say, a third of the time, because the mother's own bacteria are going to be colonizing the baby predominantly, and that gives a protection in addition to the higher successful breastfeeding rate in such babies, because the baby being with the mother is going to be the best stimulus for the breast milk to come. So hospital-acquired infections drop significantly. The mother has an influence on the nursing staff, so even when the mother is not there physically herself, her habits and her preferences get noted by the nursing staff, who would then apply it so the baby is more relaxed even when the other caregivers are there. And when mother is there for half or 1/3 of the time, she's going to be looking at all the aspects of the baby's care. She's more involved in the care, and the caregivers will be explaining that, so her stress levels is going to be lower. So whether the mother replicates a picture of the developing countries where the mother is continuously there, or she's there for a part of the time, like she takes one shift, that's still going to be a huge benefit for the baby. So this study only demonstrates what we already know, that Kangaroo Mothercare is beneficial. In the sicker premature babies, the tiny ones or the ones who are ventilated, we may not apply this fully, but obviously once a baby is stable, even in the small babies, start doing this. We have appliances now, the material which can wrap the baby around comfortably in a good posture, snug fit, so it's easier for the mother to handle, and baby can be removed from the position herself without the nurse having to come, and that makes it easier for having a crib next to the baby, and the mother will be watching the baby's face and comfort level, so the monitoring becomes easier. So the heartbeat of the baby, the distress of the baby, the metabolic rate, risk of apnea is much lower as well, the risk of infection is lower, so many benefits. So I would strongly suggest that you look at a model where your parents who are able to do it contribute. If the mother is a single member, the husband goes to work and they have other children at home, maybe it's not feasible, but where there is an extended family or this is the first baby, we can convince the mothers to stay, because mostly they have the maternity leave and the benefits can be explained. So this is not only in the developing countries, even in the developed countries, this model can be used for at least part of the time. Mother is the caregiver. Of course, it needs training for your nursing team to teach the mother how to do things safely, and if the mother is a caregiver from an early stage, she needs to be careful. She needs to be educated on the basics of care of such babies, but apart from that, the maternal instinct will take over, and I think this is something for all of us to think about. Do share your thoughts. Thank you.